So, in this example, we have two independent events. The game here consists of tossing a die and flipping a coin. Neither of those events has any impact on the other one, so they are independent. And the way this game works is, on each turn, you toss the die, you flip the coin, and you are awarded points if you get a 6 on the die, and or you toss heads with the coin. So you could do one of the two, or you could do both. The way points get awarded: 1 point for either, so just the 6 on the die, just the heads on the coin. 3 points if both of those things happen, and 0 points if neither of those happen. And players alternate turns. First person who gets 10 points wins. Questions asking us to determine the probability that Mokhtar will get 1, 3, or 0 points. So either outcome, both outcomes, or neither outcome. Well, it's easiest to go with both or neither to begin with because there's only one way of getting no points. That's getting something other than a 6 and also getting a tails. Same way for both outcomes, there's only one way. There's two ways of getting either outcome, and we'll deal with that one last. So to get neither means we would have to get a 1 through a 5 on the die and a tails on the coin. Well, to get a 1 through a 5 on the die, there's 5 possible ways of doing that. We could get a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Out of 6 possibilities on the die. To get a tails on a coin, well, there's 1 tail out of 2 sides. And again, we are going to ignore the fact that the coin could land on its side because that is not a possibility we're going to deal with. Take those, multiply them together, get the percentage. We get that it's 41.7% chance that neither outcome happens. The probability that both outcomes happens, well, to do that, we would need to get both a 6 and a head. How many 6s on a die? Well, there's 1 out of 6 total sides. Heads on a die, 1 out of 2 total sides. We multiply those, we find the percentage, and there's an 8.3% chance that both outcomes happen. Well, getting either outcome, we need to deal with both ways that this could happen. We could end up with the 1 to 5 on the die, so the losing roll on the die, but the winning roll, the winning toss of the coin, will be a head. The other thing that could happen is we could win with the die and get the number 6, but lose on the coin and get a tail. Figure out the probabilities of each. So getting a 1 to 5 on the die, well, we've already looked at that. That's 5 out of 6. Probability of getting a head, 1 out of 2. Multiply those together and we get 41.7%. The other option, we get the 6 on the die. Well, there's 1 6 out of 6 possibilities. Multiply that by the probability of a tail. There's 1 tail out of 2. Work that out, find the percentage, 8.3% again. Now the probability of getting either outcome is not 41%, it's not 8%. We need to add together those two cases. And there's a 50% probability that we get either outcome, also known as getting 1 point. Now, we should have dealt with all possibilities for the way that these outcomes could end up. To double check that, let's add the percentages together. We should add up to 100% because that would involve every possible outcome. Well, 41.7 plus 8.3 plus 50 does indeed give us 100%, so we have actually accounted for every possible outcome here.